Hello, viewer. Not so long ago I went to the DMZ and went full tourist status. Got my little figurines and fake train ticket and a bunch of brochures about the places I went to. So this is gonna be a video about that, my tour there. I literally went on a tourist tour. Now the camera I'm recording on now, I bought the day before the tour, and I had the battery in backwards when I charged it the night before. So I got to the place where we were going, turned it on, and it said I had like 10 seconds of freaking video time. So I got some clips are using this camera, some clips are using my cheap ass Korean cell phone. This guy. So the video quality may be a little different from time to time. I made a few mistakes when I was narrating because I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't really listen to the tour guide because I slept on the way there. And this thing is mostly in Korean. So some of the things I say are incorrect, such as when we're at engine chalk. I'll put a little annotation on the video so you know what I'm talking about when it happens. I say, oh, that's North Korea over there, and that's the bridge of no return. Incorrect. Don't listen to me. We actually go to the bridge of no return later on, and looking over that fence is just really a part of South Korea that is technically the north because nobody goes there. There's a couple of mistakes I made. Don't rag on me about it. That was my first time there. All I knew was what I saw from freaking documentaries before I went there, and actually seeing them in person was a much different experience. So yeah, I went full tourist status and came back with little gifts and a lot of video for you. So this may or may not be a long video, I'm not really sure. I may leave some clips out, but I wish I could have gotten video of more, but things like the joint security area, it's very, very restricted when it comes to photographing and videography. Videoing. Alright, well, without further ado, here we go. I'm gonna get started. I think the video starts while I'm just exiting the bus in the first place, so enjoy. Hi viewer, I'm at engine check right now. It's 7 miles from the DMZ. I'm on a tour today, and I'm gonna go around and see a bunch of things about things I've been seeing about and all that. Yeah, I've been watching documentaries about the DMZ and the Korean War since I've been here, and now I'm actually coming out to see some of it. It's an organized tour. Most of the people are up there. I found a little refuge to start making a video. My camera, I charged it all night last night, and it still says it has low battery. So I'm going to try to save my battery for when we get to the JSA, which is like where north meets south. Right now, this is like where the bridge of no return is and stuff like that. There's a little bit of something, a little memorial thing they made. So they want to reunify North and South. So, but over there's North Korea, I think. See ya. So here I'm standing next to one of the trains that they use to transport things north to south during the war, I guess. There's a fence, all these banners and stuff are for unification. They want to really unify North and South, obviously. There's some North Korea.
장단면 개성 장단역이야. 개성군 제품면 장단면. 원래 장단이
all the way back.
干嘛去？不是吗？你不去撞吗？
My brand new camera just died. I was up for 3 hours last night. Oh well. I get up there.
No, it took it like after I like taken the picture.
Hello. The bus. I just went down the DMZ tunnel to 3. The Koreans, the only thing they're really good at, aside from, flying, is digging tunnels. They may have digging over 20, but ROK and US forces have found 4 so far. And this is the 3rd one that they found. Of course, tunnels are things that are dug in the ground. And they can move entire military units, like infantry, armed with all the gear and stuff. They can move, I think they said 30,000 in 1 hour through these tunnels. And sadly, they're all built for Koreans, so they're really small. I had to break down the whole time. Had to wear a little yellow helmet. It was fun. But yeah, that's fun too. Look at a picture of what the tunnel nails like. There's one over here, I think. Hey, these guys again. Yeah, that was fun. They don't allow cameras down there, so I couldn't get any picture or anything for you, but it was too dark anyway. It's so nice to have like a spring water thing where you can drink some water from the tunnel spring or something like that. And I just got a little plaque with some barbed wire from the DMZ fence line and a t-shirt and a bottle of orange juice. So I'm going to go drink more orange juice now. And we're on to the next place soon. So bye. I also forgot to mention that I made an error when we were in Jingsuk. I thought that we were right at the border of North Korea. Turns out that's South Korea that they're not allowed to go into. So technically it is North Korea, but not really. But I wanted to correct that error. Of course, I'm a third commenting. Right now, though, like I said, the tunnel goes into North Korea. And you walk 1,200 and something meters along that tunnel. It's about 20 minutes. And I walk pretty fast. But what I'm getting at is that Swoop is right next to North Korea. That's the road that you're coming on, the little gate thing. And there's another gate thing on the other side of that, and that's actually where you can take vehicles into North Korea, with North Korea's permission, of course. And it's all mine. So, you know, watch out for that. All these forests over here, everything with trees, just no access because it's all barred off for mines. Yeah, fun stuff. An observatory, look over North Korea, but photo line. All I got is 2 A's today. Maybe I'll come back later.
Okay, look at this board right here. You know, all those are Koreans' names. You know, most Koreans' name has 3 syllables. So most name has 3 syllables. A lot of like Kim, Lee, Tak here. And let me see. Second name on this line is Lee Myung-bak. You know who's Lee Myung-bak? Our former president. He was president until February this year. Now we got new president. Okay. Now the new president is Park Geun-hye, female president. She has the same name as mine in the past. So we're not relatively. I'm sorry for that. But there is no my name. You know why no my name there? You know why?
You're alive.
I'm not that rich, you know. I'm not that money. They donate railroad tie, you know, when the concert is going on. So all those people donate railroad tie as they wishing they are USFK kids. Okay?
Right?
Hold on a second, please. Okay, our location is here, Mountain Dora train station. Okay, from here, this is south boundary of the DMZ, and this is north boundary of the DMZ, and the center one is military demarcation line. Okay, so even DMZ is divided by this military demarcation line, and south boundary of the DMZ is right here. From here to here, about 700 meters. So from 2000 to 2002, we connected from Munsan to here, about 12 kilometers. North Korea, from Kaesong to here, about 17 kilometers. Okay, and right here, Kaesong is the complex. We established that complex from 2002 to 2004, and used to be 123 factories. And they hired about 53,000 North Korean employees. And our South Korean employees, 1,000 South Korean employees used to stay there. But now, empty. We closed. Even North Korea pulled out the employees. You know why? The reason? South Korea despair the dignity of their leadership. That's what the reason. You know what I mean? We didn't damage any of their dignity, you know, dignity of their leadership. But they say South Korea, you know, despair the dignity of their leadership. With that reason, they closed that the Kaesong business complex. But I think they are very stupid, very, you know, poor, because if they close, they lose a lot of money. Our government pay them to their North Korean employees for $173 a month, including beverage, benefits, and provide all kind of benefit in there. And most of money going to their government. We don't pay to person to person, pay to the government. The government pay them about 56%. They stop, or they got money. And our government leased this land about 50 years, and we pay lots of money then for that. They cross, they lose money every month. They're really stupid. They're really stubborn,
Because he's a gangster.
Any questions about this?
So what is this rail line active? It's not active anymore.
This red line is the ground road, and even rails are going beside that too, And this Tesson complex, we support in the water and the electric power.
我知道一直看到这个看法。 엄마가 찍은 사진을 앞에다가 올리고.
이거 어떻게 봐야 돼?
누가 봐도 빨리.
This way, please. The 2002 February 20, President Bush, this train station, and he had a speech like that, okay? That's President Bush's speech. The other side, our President Kim's speech, And our President Kim already died a couple years ago. And he wrote down right here that may this railroad unite Korean family. And that's his signature down there, the railroad Tice. This is his signature down there.
네, 这个好，不错。
And right there, that key line is DMZ. The bracket there, connected railroad to the bracket. The key line right there. And you can take picture from here. Take picture like that. Then you turn. Yeah, Okay, now we're going to move to our last stop, the JSA. Okay. And before going to JSA, we're gonna stop by the Camp Boniface. Camp Boniface is, home base for the United Nations Command Special Forces Battalion, JSA, and is home for the soldiers, supporting the military army's commission. Okay, and that's army base and the most frontier base, which is located only 400 meters from the DMZ. So if you know JSA, we have to go through the Camp Boniface. Okay, Camp Boniface used to be like a U.S. Army base, but now combined base. Like 80% is Korean Army and 20% is U.S. Army. Okay, and 1960s, something like that. This Camp Boniface was attacked by the North Korean soldiers. Like that. Okay, so when you get there, U.S. Army guys come by, escort us back to the Camp Boniface, but see, this is military base, so they're gonna check your ID card or passport 100%. And this military base, so you shouldn't take any picture of the Camp Boniface. Okay? Yeah. And we're gonna go to the JSA Vista Center for a brand new building. Go downstairs, and they're gonna have a pre-briefing prior going to the JSA. And probably they provide the badges, visa badges and the decoration documents. So you have to sign the document before going to JSA. The documents absorbing the responsibility of the UN and the Korean government. In case you're injured due to enemy action while you're tour on the JSA, if you don't sign on the paper, you cannot go to JSA. Okay? So you have to sign the declaration. After the briefing, they're going to escort you to the JSA. In JSA, it's Joint Secret Area. Korean War from 1950 to 1953. So, by 1951, Russia and the United States start talk about the armistice. So they pointed Panmunjom to be formed as a conference area. So Panmunjom was the middle of the DMZ area, and that time they started constructing the tent city, that tent. Right now, there has 24 buildings, okay, and it's about 800 meters in diameter, and about 35 restaurants in there, north and south, and there is 4 guard posts each side, north and south. Even the JSA divide north and south by military demarcation lines. So even the conference room, T2, T3, all those buildings, center, going to military demarcation lines divide north and south. So even the tables, conference tables, even divide north and south by the military demarcation line. So only way you can step in the North Korean side in the T2 conference room. Okay? So if you stop, some of the area by mistake, step in the North Korea side, you got big trouble. They're gonna chase you, take you to North Korea. They never release you. Before Mr. Clinton visit the Pyongyang, maybe he might take you out, So you gotta watch your step in there. You know what I mean, right? But a couple years ago, 2 female journalists, violation of their border, to the Chinese border, they stay there about 70 seconds by mistake, and come right out. But those Korean soldiers track them, take them to the Pyongyang. So Mr. Clinton visited Pyongyang, take them out. You know that story, right? You gotta be careful in the JSA. Probably you see the North Korean soldier in there with the funny looking uniforms. What are you gonna do? You gonna say hello to them? Hi. Or you gonna shake them? Shake hands? Don't do that, please. They don't like you. North Korean soldiers very special, you know. They're very special. They don't like you. Anyway, you can have fun in there. Okay? If something happen in there, because there's always coexist OM peace in there, very sensitive area. If something happen, what are you gonna do? You have to protect yourself in there. No one else. So what are you gonna do? Something happen. You have to run. You have to run away from there. I guess ideal, right? Anyway, you know. Also after that, from the JSA, you're gonna stop by the JS souvenir shop. After shopping in there, then going to upstairs. Upstairs is JS museum. Okay, so please stop by upstairs, then return back to the bus. Okay?
One that conducts negotiations between the UNC as well as the KPA. Now, if you look across from the JDO building, on top of the hill, you'll notice that two-story tan tower. That is KPA guard post number 2. That is currently monitoring you at this time. Hence, why we are not pointing, waving, or gesturing. Good. Okay. If you look at the base of the hill there, at KPA guard post number 2, you'll see those white stakes or Private Trevino was referring to in the slide brief earlier. Those mark the MDL inside of the JSA. The MDL then further extends through Conference Row by the 17 by 5 inch slabs of concrete. Now starting here, this first gray building is North Korea's Recreation Center. It is named this rather ironically because it houses no recreation equipment and is seldom used by North Korea.